Hi, my name is Frank, and I'm a musician. I've been making music most of my life. But I'm also 43 years old, and I will be 44 in a couple months. I am married, I have two kids, and a day job to pay the bills. So lately, I've been worried that I might be running out of gas when it comes to writing songs. And when I think about most of my favorite artists, most of them wrote most of their best work when they were young, like in their early 20s, mid 20s, whatever. But very few of them wrote any hits after 40. In my case, in the many albums that I have recorded, I have never had a single hit, I guess. I have many songs that I'm really proud of, but no hits. Otherwise, maybe you would know who I am. And sure, I still write songs, but I don't write as many songs as I used to. But I'm still doing it. And in this video, I want to show you how I still find time and inspiration in between my obligations as a middle-aged dad who is still hoping to write his first hit. And I'm going to walk you through the entire process of me coming up with the idea, writing the song, and then recording a demo that maybe, if I like it, eventually will be in an album that I record in a studio. So stick around, and I hope you enjoy it. My life is very busy, but I find little moments in between my responsibilities to work out ideas on the guitar. Like when I'm bathing my kids or looking after them while they play outside. Or that moment during dinner when you finish eating within a normal time frame and your kids take 5 hours because they talk more than they eat. Or when I'm cleaning the house. Or when I'm making dinner. Then I find something that I think it's kind of interesting to work with, and I move on to try to write some lyrics. But not before doing the dishes and putting the kids to bed. When I have something that's starting to shape up, I go down to the studio to work on it with different guitars, to see what else I can come up with. Something. But many times I have to accept that the idea sucks and I have to start all over again. Whatever. When I feel stuck on the guitar, which is my main instrument, I switch to the piano. But of course, I do that when I have a little break while my kids watch cartoons and it's my wife's turn to do the dishes. I wouldn't consider myself a pianist, but I know enough to get good ideas out of it. What I love about it is that the way you form chords and play scales on the keys compared to the frets and the disposition of the strings on the guitar helps me find different things than what I do on the guitar, and that unlocks new ideas almost every time. Then I translate the piano idea to the guitar while my kids have a friend over for a very aggressive play date. And once I'm happy, it's time to go to the studio and begin making a demo. I wrote my first song when I was 7 years old. I just ripped off a radio jingle from a local station by just swapping a couple of the words and called it a day. You know, great artist steal, right? After that, I became that kid, the one who traps the whole family in the living room like, sit down, I wrote something about this. Christmas, Father's Day, Mother's Day, or like in this case, my niece's first communion. Nobody was safe. In high school, I started my first band, Cafillos. It means pimp in Argentina, by the way, very edgy. And then, after my first heartbreak, of course, that's when I wrote my first real song. And something clicked. From then on, I only wrote what I actually felt, no more jingles. Then I spent some time in the US after high school, and that's when I started writing songs in English. And when I went back to Argentina, I formed The Bonds, which eventually became Flashbax, same DNA, just sharper. That's where I really learned what happens when musicians stop playing next to each other and start building something together. The first track that I work on is the basic piano riff I came up with. But I don't want just a piano. I want to find some cool synth sounds to go with it too. When I find something that I like, I get visibly excited. And sonically excited too. That is starting to get me really excited, both visibly and audibly, which my air drumming proves. But before playing drums, I have to get some bass done. I'm not gonna make you watch this any more than necessary to show you that I'm not a drummer and that even though I love playing drums, this is way beyond my capabilities. At least it's late at night and everyone is sleeping and I can set the volume low enough for my family not to suffer like you are right now. That was a disaster. Yes, it was. So I programmed the drums on Logic to do exactly what's in my head, but not in my drumming skills. Now that I'm happy with the basic tracks of what I'm going to call Part A, I move on to working on Part B of the song. I know that I want it to be the opposite of Part A, which is the intro, more straightforward. So I begin with a simple bass. And I program a simple drum track. Then I move on to recording guitars for both parts of the song. For part A, I take the idea I had translated on the acoustic guitar from the piano, but given the direction of the song, I played with a distorted Telecaster coming out of a Vox amp emulator. For part B, I still have to work on an idea, and just like with the bass and drums, I go with something simple that's kinda reminding me of Blur right now. With the Les Paul, I decided to add a layer of texture with power chords on part A. But for part B, I need to continue with some sort of arpeggio to complement the Telecaster. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. One more. Why? Keep doing that. I keep doing that. Almost. I definitely know that it has to be on a different octave, but I'm having a hard time feeling happy with the sound. I'm slowly starting to get frustrated and feeling like this song is not going anywhere. For a moment, the answer seems to be to go in the opposite direction, and with a whammy pedal, I send the riff an octave higher than the Telecaster. And I like what I hear. I still need to add a drum fill to connect both parts. Good enough. Nothing I can't fix without the help of the computer because...
MIDI, baby.
Exactly. After recording enough tracks to get a first look at where the song is going, I work on finding a structure. A, B, A, B. A, B, and then what?
I have to be honest with myself. I have no idea what I'm doing with the song. I don't know what this song is. This is not a style of song that I usually make. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I'm not even coming up with like a melody for the lyrics for the vocals. I don't even know what I want to sing. Or what I want to say or how to sing it. It's in my head it sounds like a mix. It's like The Who, U2, Van Halen, if it makes any sense. In my head, again, little references that this reminds me of, but I'm stuck. I'm really missing having someone to work with, like a creative partner, the way that I had most of my life as a songwriter, where I would bring an idea, which is what I had with the piano riff, to someone else, and then we'd build that together. Like working on my own in my home studio is not the same.
I played with Flashbacks for almost 10 years. In that time, we released 3 albums: The Subliminal Party in 2006, Garbage in 2009, and Glimpse of a Continuous Present in 2012. Each album saw an evolution of true collaboration. We went from me showing up with enough songs for an album finished to me showing up with just a riff that we all turned into a finished song together. Ideas that in the past would have been lost because I couldn't move past that initial thought, or that wouldn't have been the amazing songs that they ended up being when everyone in the band wrote a different part. That amazing back and forth between artists with chemistry working together that not only yields some of the best music you'll ever make, but also provides you with a chosen family you could never live without ever again. Having decided to scratch part B and take the song in a new direction, I sat down at the piano because that's where the first idea for this song came to me. I'm playing around starting on C sharp because the last chord on part A is G sharp, so I take the easy way out, use it as a dominant, and see where it takes me. The first thing that surprises me is that I'm playing at a much slower tempo, so maybe this is going to be like a weird prog rock song that sounds like 2 songs in one, with drastic changes in key and tempo. starting to find a chord progression I really like. But I definitely still have family responsibilities to fulfill. My wife reminds me from the kitchen. It doesn't matter that it's Friday afternoon and I'm done with work and my kids are playing in their room. I'm still a dad with dad things to take care of. The next morning, before my kids come downstairs, I sit down with a clearer idea of the new part. And I go down to my studio to get completely rid of what I had done, except for the original idea as an intro. I still use the drum fill to connect part A with the new slowed down part B, and I record the new chord progression on the piano. Let's work with that. I thought I wasn't going to use the acoustic guitar on this song, like at all, but here I am. It's a new idea, a new direction, and I'm really liking where it's going. The next thing I need is a transition to a chorus, but I don't think that's gonna come from the piano.
I'm lost. Maybe this is a guitar.
It is. Don't be afraid of switching back and forth between instruments when coming up with ideas. If I had a band to work with, this would be done by different musicians, but I'm alone, so I play all those roles. I'm slowly finding a beautiful chord progression for the chorus, and the first idea for the melody of the lyrics.
We'll find a way. We're gonna keep on running.
A quick change from an F minor to an F major is the key to taking the chorus in a different direction and tone.
All the things in our minds. Yeah, I'm gonna record this with it.
After recording that acoustic guitar for the chorus, I move on to coming up with the piano for that part. This is starting to sound amazing. I'm feeling really excited again. With a structure for a verse and a chorus that I'm really loving, it's time to write lyrics. Lyrics are really important to me. Like I said, I only write what truly matters to me, real feelings.
Never thought I'd find myself looking back to all those days.
And since this song is to show you that I'm still making songs after so many years, and I'm finding myself looking back at my life as a writer and composer, that's what the lyrics are about.
Never thought I'd find myself looking back on all those days to find that
But that's what they mean to me, which is why I like writing in an abstract yet simple way, so that anyone can interpret whatever they want and feel with my songs. My goal is for people to relate and connect, no matter how.
this life, and now I'm still
I have an idea of what I want to say in a couple of verses, but I'm getting stuck and frustrated. Yes, frustrated again.
Can you hear her? She's like, I'm gonna go get her. She is not allowed in this studio, but she was meowing way too loud. Yes, exactly.
With my cat Flanel's lovely interruption, I got a boost of inspiration and I moved back to playing the song on the piano upstairs to keep writing. And it worked.
I'm really starting to enjoy the journey that this song has taken me onto, because it's like every day I get inspiration and I get to a certain point where I get stuck and then I don't know where else to go and I get frustrated and I think that the song is going nowhere, and then the next day or even later that same day, I do something that sort of unlocks something new and I create something new and get really excited and I keep working on it and I get to a point where like I get stuck again and so on and so forth, and it's really becoming almost like a very literal roller coaster, even though it's still a hypothetical roller coaster. Every time that you get stuck just means that there's another thing you have, like another challenge, another fun challenge to solve, and that's what this is all about, enjoying the process until you find something that truly makes you happy, and that's what you show the world.
Happy with the lyrics for the verses, I move on to recording them.
Never thought I'd find myself looking back on
I record them 3 times and I keep the main one in the center and the other 2 panned to the left and the right at a much lower level to give the vocals a beautiful texture and depth.
Day's life, and I'm still dreaming.
I've been reading Dracula and I got an idea for a song out of a quote in the book, and I think it fits really well what I want to say in the chorus. At one point, Dracula is talking to this guy in the castle and he suddenly hears the wolves howling outside, and immediately he stops what he's saying and goes, "Listen to them, the children of the night, what music they make." When I read that line, it reminded me of my life as a musician and being out all night with my band making songs.
Children of the city never understand.
Then Dracula realizes that the guy he's talking to is not too excited about the wolves and adds, "Ah, sir, you dwellers in the city cannot enter the feelings of the hunter." which is a great way to describe artists. We are hunters. We are hunting for that perfect work of art that will connect us to the world and free us.
Listen to the children of the night, what music they make. The city dwellers, they cannot enter.
Eventually, I changed the word feelings for spirit, but I recorded that off camera in a rush of inspiration. Ah, yes, finally, a drum part I can play myself.
Good enough.
Yes, perfect is the enemy of good.
Good enough. I'm really excited. I'm really happy right now because I've reached that moment, I think, where creativity finally blooms all the way, and you just get in this rhythm of working where ideas keep coming and you keep really enjoying and liking everything that you're doing, and it makes you really happy. And this is why you have to really enjoy the process and respect the process and all its turns and ups and downs, because it's only when you have that consistency of working, no matter how old you are or how busy your life is or what you're doing. If you really want to do it, if it really matters to you, you have to figure out those little moments. It's not that many hours, maybe a day. It's not that many minutes, maybe a day, but like keep going. Use every free moment you have to do what you love, and eventually this is what happens. You reach this moment, and who knows, maybe in a couple hours, in a couple minutes, you'll be like, oh shit, no, I'm stuck again. But again, I'm really enjoying that. It's part of the process. It's a very cliche thing to say, I know, but I'm all for it right now. I'm enjoying this. I'm really happy. I need to change.
And with that excitement, I recorded some bass and electric guitars for the chorus. Then I added a little MIDI string section, which doesn't sound great, but at a low volume they add a nice layer of texture that complements the rest. And then, finally, I recorded a bunch of harmonies to make the chorus even bigger.
What music they make. The city
Like my kids, who are getting bigger and don't care what I have to do. They just want me to go play with them, and so I did. So, how did I go from a wannabe rock star with a hardworking, hard-rocking band in Argentina to a middle-aged dad with 2 kids and a day job in Los Angeles? Well, after getting a couple of hits on TV with the commercials that I write for my day job, before getting a couple of hits on MTV with the music that I write with Flashbacks, I found myself with an offer to work in Los Angeles, which as a 30-year-old with a new wife and the need to secure a financial future, I couldn't turn down. That didn't mean that I quit music. It just meant that I became a solo artist, even if I also started doing comedy and focused mostly on that for the next 12 years. But I still found time to release 2 solo albums, Down from Oblivion in 2016 and Whatever Happened to Our Tuesdays in 2020. 2 albums that I recorded in my little home studios, where I still go down to work on my own, hoping that someday I might have a band to work with again. Or maybe I am already growing it myself. In the meantime, I'm back to writing songs on my own, like when I first started, because this is who I am. The last thing that I want to do is to record a guitar solo. Why have rock musicians forgotten about the importance of guitar solos? There are no more guitar heroes. But I refuse to let that go, and I still want guitar solos in most of my songs. After a couple of takes, I'm happy with the first half, but not too content with the second half. I am not. But I needed to say that to myself to fight yet another wave of frustration coming. And after showing the solo to my wife, whose opinion and taste I value, because she's always honest and has a great ear, I decide to come back the next day with a different guitar to try an entire new thing. But an entire new thing is also not working. I was already happy with the first half, so I focus on working on the second half. And as my son shows up after waking up, I think I got it. Yes, last take. And after recording it and feeling happy, I called the song done and I went to play with my kids.
never thought I'd find myself looking back on all those days to find that I'm the same man who once dreamed of this life, and I'm still dreaming. It never stops, it never dies, though sometimes it takes its time to come. That's fine, it's just a sign that you're alive and you're still living. Listen to the children of the night, what music they make. The city